I wasn't going to do much on the minimum wage debate, uh, largely because I think it's going to be a moot point here in the next few years because the minimum wage jobs will be disappearing. So the argument will be moot. Um, and I've been having a back and forth on Facebook, I can do, about minimum wage and the naysayers. And the naysayers always seem to be the crabs in the bucket at the top of the pile, pulling down the others that are crawling out of the bucket or trying to crawl up and get a better life for themselves. This particular couple is a firefighter paramedic. So right off the bat, you know they're very calm, reasonable. They've taken their ego out of their job so that they can look at it with an open mind. Not. So the issue here, as you can guess, is I don't want somebody that works at McDonald's to make more than me when I'm a self-important, very, very important part of society that rescues people, and I'm not making $15 an hour. So nobody that I think is beneath me or less valuable than I think I am should make more than me. That's essentially the argument, right? As a paramedic firefighter, I risk my life. I see things that are terrible and horrible that nobody else can handle. And I risk my life to save these lazy, low-life, do-nothing McDonald's workers. Of course I'm better than them. They can't save themselves. They have to call me for help because they're just lowly restaurant workers. Lowly minimum wage workers that should never make more than me because I'm so great, right? That's the gist of. Let me read the first sentence of this is the paramedic's wife responding to me, and I try to be very diplomatic. Firefighters, rescue workers, adrenaline junkies in general tend to be an overly passionate bunch. And the last thing you want to do is start criticizing their wife for saying bullshit like this. Because they're already not thinking rationally. They're already on the edge. But the first sentence to her response from my criticism of him was, I hope you never need a paramedic to save your life. Call your closest McDonald's and ask the person in the drive-thru to come help you. That's the problem. Most people see them as cocky superheroes because unfortunately that's what the media paints the picture as. No, they don't. No, the media doesn't paint that picture. That's the picture they paint for themselves. They are adrenaline junkies. But they want to do something. I mean, I give them all the credit in the world. They're doing a job that I don't want to do. I don't want to see guts. I don't want to rescue people. I don't like shit. I don't like blood. But if you can handle that, great. A lot of people can't handle the smell of onions or the long hours or standing on your feet or the heat or dealing with asshole customers all day long. I mean, each job has its give and take. But to me, that first sentence shows how demeaning they are with a knee-jerk reaction. Call your closest McDonald's and ask the person in the drive-thru to come help you. If you think the cooks are so great, if you think minimum wage people are so important, you call them. At this point, I kind of would rather have a McDonald's worker in there because I'm not totally trusting your motivation at this point. That's a snide comment. But I would imagine you can feel my pain. Uh, just because you're doing something that other people can't do does not mean you're a better person than them. There are a lot of people that work at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's for several years. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was hard work, shit pay. Uh, I met a lot of fantastic people, a lot of good people, and there was a lot of people that were in college. There was a lot of people that had graduated college and couldn't find a job in their field. Uh, there were people that didn't have experience that couldn't get hired because they didn't have any experience. There's a whole slew of reasons people do restaurant work. Some people actually like it. Now, if you like doing restaurant work, and that's something you choose for your career, why is it that other people feel that they can tell you that your job isn't as important, or the field that you chose isn't as important as their more important position, so you shouldn't get paid as much as them? And a lot of this problem I break down to capitalism. It's when you are forced to monetize a skill, when you're monetizing everything, because without money in today's world, you don't get to live. Uh, it's not like, 1,000 years ago, where if you didn't have any money, you could still live. You can go out and forage and do the things that you normally do. But today's society, if you don't have money, you don't get a house because the state, the government, somebody owns every scrap of land on the planet. And unless you compensate them with money, you don't get to live. So it's when you've monetized life, you're going to get this. I'm more important, so I need more money. And then you get the people, a lot of people, and I don't necessarily blame them, but they want to live and they want to have a good life. So that will affect their decision making on what they do for a living. And they will defend that position, that job, that wage, even if they fucking hate it. If it's the worst job and they just want to put a bullet in their mouth every day, but it makes them a lot of money, well, they're going to defend that wage for themselves, because you die without money. Welcome to the modern life. Capitalism at its worst. If you don't have money, you die. You're on the street, you are a peasant, you are scum, you are mentally deranged, uh, a bum, lazy, all these adjectives that you can place on a person that doesn't have money is placed there just because they don't have money, or they don't want to do or aspire to do these jobs that they fucking hate. And in order for the people that are doing it to live with themselves, they have to demean everyone around them, anyone below them, which is of course the whole income inequality, the class warfare, uh, the large basis of most racists is more class warfare than skin color. So to me, it's disheartening and sad. And then these people will never see my responses as anything other than smarmy, just jabbing them, being an asshole. I've drank the Kool-Aid. I don't understand. I just don't realize how bad their life is and how much they have to struggle. Yes, 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 yes. We struggle. We all struggle. I have no idea what struggle is. I've never struggled in my life. I was born independently wealthy and haven't had to make a decision based on. I don't understand what these people think. I also associate this mentality closely with religious beliefs, believing in the right God, in the right rules, and the people that don't follow the right rules and the right God are scum. lost and they don't understand. They just can't feel. They don't have a personal relationship. All the same excuses that someone puts forward to why they should be paid more money and why they're more valuable than everybody else below them. That same psychology is easily transferred or equal to the psychology of I am in this group. I am in the right group. I believe in the right things, and the right God is protecting me, so therefore I'm right and better. The same psychology is in both, and it reminds me that most of us, myself included, are still stupid fucking monkeys trying to figure out what the universe is, and I believe we're on the wrong path. Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to comment on this. Good luck, everybody. Feel the burn.